Welcome back to Autism Live. We're having such a good time here with the Festival of Toys. And to continue on, we are being joined right now by Colette Cosky. And Colette, am I saying your last name correctly?
Cosky, yep.
Okay. And she is from Infantino, and what an amazing company. Let's have you talk a little bit about the company first, and then I want to talk a little bit about these amazing blocks I've got in front of me.
Sure. Infantino's been around for quite some time. We're known for smartly designed products for happy parenting. That's what we stand for. So everything is about the experience. So what the experience will be with a parent and with the child with our products. It's at the heart of everything we do. And we're most known for our infant toys, baby gyms, infant carriers, as well as our fresh squeeze line, which is make your own food pouches.
Well, I just love the entire product line, love your website, and I want to say that it did not go unnoticed when we went on your website, because I had seen these blocks and I said I got to know more about these, and I wanted to look at the whole company. Went on your website, and we love your website. I love how diverse your website is. That I was looking at it and loving so much. I was loving that I was seeing kids with different abilities, and that you guys don't even make a fuss about that. That I saw people, and in every color in the rainbow. It just made me happy. I just want to tell you that. And then you clearly, you guys have well thought out products, which is one of the reasons why this particular toy, and I've got the other box there too. These are the press and stay sensory blocks. And this got the winner of the Autism Live Top Toy award for the infant and baby category. So, but I want to say that it was up for contention for a lot of different things in this category, because it's a sensory toy, because it's a top toy recommended by therapists. This could have won multiple awards. There's so many things that we loved about this particular product. Now, I want to wax poetic about it in a second, but why did you guys make this particular toy? What was it about this that you guys got excited about?
I think for most things that we are making, we're trying to design toys that have a long life to them. So in particular for this item, there's a lot of great things about it. But that open play, it sort of changes depending on whether you're 6 months all the way up to 5 years old, how you can play with these toys. The tactile input is really great when you're holding them. It helps offer that sensory feedback, which I think is incredible, and helps with grip. I have a little bit of deeper experience with that. I have a child with Down syndrome, so I've worked really closely personally, as well as professionally with a physical therapist, occupational therapist, and speech therapist, which, believe it or not, these would actually be used. And so that's important. The colorfulness of them, not only from a vision perspective, but something to talk about. It helps to drive conversation. And later on, you're able to use this in a different way, whether it's match the green to the green when you're playing with them, or you could start to have challenges later on to say, okay, now we're going to put them in sequences. Let's do green, 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 then red, red, red. So there's just so many different ways. And I actually owe this, I think, to those experiences, because I learned how many different ways you could just expand a toy. And I think that's why we love this so much, as well as how easy these are to connect and pull apart. So it's really frustration free, which is part of that great experience. And there's 24 blocks, so you can play with them independently. You could have parallel play, or you can have associative play.
It's wonderful. I was so impressed with this toy. There's a list of things that every parent should get for every child, right? And blocks is at the top of the list. Every single child, regardless of ability, needs to have a decent set of blocks, because there are so many things that you can do with blocks. And for those of you that are watching right now that have a child who's on the autism spectrum, when you go to start ABA therapy, if your child is under the age of, say, 6, it's a different list than if your child is over the age of 6, but you're going to see on the list to have a super set of blocks, because they are going to use it for so many different lessons, for so many different things. When you go to get your child diagnosed, one of the things that they're going to do is they're going to sit down with block play and see if your child can imitate. And they're going to set one block on top of another, and they're going to set it in front of your child. And then they want to see if your child can set one block on top of the other. And then they go up to, 4 and 5 and see how many blocks will your child. Then they'll put together in a different shape, and they'll see if your child can imitate the shape. That's all part of the diagnosis for autism to be able to see. Because a typically developing child by the age of 3 should be able to do some block imitation. So for everybody watching, that's just one of the things that you can start to work on with a child. But as you said, Colette, for some of our kids, they have different physical input and output, and setting a block on top of another, especially if there's any kind of a visual disturbance, which a lot of our kids we're finding out do, then they might set the block cattywampus. You guys can't see because I have so many blocks in front of me. Let me move some to the side. So set one on top of the other, and it's not exact. Now, if I set a typical block here, this block goes off and the child goes, I don't want to do this. But these blocks, because they're press and stay, they can stick them down. And then we're working on another OT skill, which is push, right? And pull. This all helps to build those handwriting skills later on that are so important, right? And we're working on it and they don't even know. Plus, it makes it reinforcing for them. I just love these. I love the fact that each side is a different color, as you said, for matching, for this is a great toy to teach colors. And we can teach sorting. Look, we can have, and say, here are the yellow ones. Stick all the yellow ones together. Or stick them so that all the white ones are facing the front at the same time with the yellow ones on the top. Teaching that imitation. And they're so well made. I just love them. I know little hands absolutely love these. We did Sensitive Santa on Saturday, and this was just such the right gift for so many of our kids. And the parents all went gazanga over them, Colette. First of all, I want to thank you for making them. I want to thank you for sharing them with us. I want to thank you for sharing them with our families, because these are awesome.
Oh, I'm so glad. And I want to make sure I note we have an amazing design team who's really about the experience, and they focus so much on that, as well as our overall business and support from the leadership team in general is all about making sure we're delivering on that great experience. So it's such a great thing to hear. So thank you.
There was even one young man who was there with us on Saturday that he was a little bit older, and I was talking to Mom about what kind of a toy would he like to have from Santa. And she said, well, he's this many years old, but what he's really into is blocks. And I said, really? And I said, because I have a set of blocks that's a little bit different. And she said, oh, he would just love it. And then he opened it up, and she came to me and she said, thank you so much. He's going to have such a good time with these. And even though he was a little bit older, because they have the nubs on them and because they stick together, he was so excited. I'm 55 and I can't stop playing with them. So I just really think, especially in the autism community, we need to expand our mind a little bit about, they say that these are 6 months and up, but please don't think, okay, if I have a 6-year-old, I can't give these to a 6-year-old, because you know what? A 16-year-old would have a good time with these, quite honestly. They're really super fun and reinforcing, and just the feel of them in your hand is just an awesome thing, and they're great for our kids on the autism spectrum, but they're really great for everybody.
Those learnings apply to everyone, and it helped me to be to play better, honestly, with all of my children, was to have that insight and that education from some of these great experts in the therapy community.
I love Infantino, and I want to encourage everybody, go to infantino.com. Some amazing products there, including those baby carriers. For any of you who are looking to carry a baby, these are top quality products. You can see the kind of workmanship that goes into these blocks, same kind of workmanship that goes into those carriers. So Colette, thank you so much, and thank everybody there. We're showing a picture right now of some of the amazing products, the gyms and things that you guys have. Really lovely, lovely products. This needs to be a household name for everybody. Infantino. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate being on, and thank you, everyone.